People often ask me, when and how did I become a family law attorney? And I tell them that really the idea of me becoming an attorney started at a very young age. When I was about 7 or 8, I began visiting my grandmother, who was the second paralegal that McGuire Woods ever hired. McGuire Woods now being the #1 largest law firm in the Richmond area for sure, and certainly the largest law firm from Richmond to Williamsburg. And so I had a real privilege growing up visiting her as a paralegal. I was able to shadow many of the attorneys that she worked for, which are some of the legendary attorneys known throughout Virginia and in the legal community, certainly in Richmond. And so it was tremendous exposure. And so I think between that time period, going up to see her each summer and winter and working there, a seed was planted for me to become an attorney. And I'll never forget, I casually mentioned to one of the partners at McGuire Woods, I said, I'm worried about becoming an attorney because it just seems like there are too many of them. And he goes, man, there are too many attorneys, you're right, but there are not enough good attorneys. And I really didn't understand what that meant, but I endeavored to really find out. And so I would return often to McGuire Woods as I was thinking about going to law school, and then during law school getting help with how to study, how to prepare for the exams and then the bar exam. And even during high school, I took moot court competitions and trials, studying under their associate attorneys and partners. And so there was a tremendous mentorship there from some of the best attorneys in Virginia from a very early age. And so I guess now looking back, I can't imagine not being an attorney, but at the time I really struggled with that question. And I'll never forget, I had just started Smith Strong, and I went and had lunch with one of those old mentors, one of the partners at McGuire Woods, and he said, Van, don't forget why you became an attorney. And I said, oh yeah, what's that? And I was having a tough day, and maybe said that a little too sarcastically. And he goes, no, I'm serious. Don't forget that you became an attorney to help people in difficult moments and solve complex problems. And, that really sunk in, and I began to think, that's the definition of a good attorney. Someone that's out there, that's a true servant, that really wants to help people, wants to roll up their sleeves and take on challenges that are becoming too great for them to bear on their own and help them through it. And I think that is really the hallmark of what a good attorney in Virginia truly is. And so each day, as you get knocked around by the world, I try to encourage my clients, and I try to keep at the fore, I'm trying to be a good attorney. The mission of Smith Strong is to be the premier family law firm from Richmond to Williamsburg, Virginia, with office locations in Richmond and Williamsburg, to be that premier place where people can come with family law problems, from whether it's divorce or custody or support cases, and come get answers, get solutions, and develop a plan of action with a team that's committed with systems in place to handle complex family law problems. People ask me, why have a law firm that practices from Richmond to Williamsburg? Why not D.C. or Virginia Beach or Charlottesville or Raleigh, North Carolina? And for me, it's deeply personal. I grew up in Richmond, Virginia. It's where my roots are. And I also studied and began my practice of law in Williamsburg. And so it's those deep roots, that deep connection to the place of Richmond to Williamsburg. And so it's a real honor to practice in a place where I feel deeply connected, where I have friendships, where my family lives. I was married in Williamsburg. We've lived in Richmond for some time, and we have lots of family in both places. And so I feel a real sense of honor that I can, and really proud that I have a firm now that can serve those two places. And, we could expand further, but I've really tried to focus on Richmond and Williamsburg, because I think your matter is better served if you have people that appreciate the place, know the locality, understand the court systems of those areas, and become true experts in Richmond and in Williamsburg, those two metropolitan areas. I think will bring value to your case. And I think it helps that you have someone that's grown up in those places, that understands those places and understands the character behind them and how to get results from them. So it's an honor to practice from Richmond to Williamsburg, and I truly love that I have the honor to do it. I don't miss practicing in Washington, D.C. or Northern Virginia, and I'm certainly not jealous of my friends in New York. I love Richmond, I love Williamsburg, and it's our home.